this charger back. Oh, good morning, my friends. How are you? Right, well, interesting day today. I'm just going to put this cable back because I've been charging my car. I'll see you in a minute. Don't go away. There we go. I've been charging overnight because if you don't already know, viewers of the channel will already know that I've got, let me just pick you up 1 second, there we go. I've got no tripod on this morning. This is an all electric Porsche Taycan, and I'm taking it back to Porsche today to pick up a petrol internal combustion engine. That's right, I'm taking it back. I can hear all the EV fans out there now going, good, take it back. We don't want you in our club. We don't want you in our club. You never wanted to like it, did you? You bought it with the intention to slag it off on this channel. Well, I didn't actually, but anyway, it's cold, so I'm going to get in the car and we'll have a little chat in the car because I'm heading to Porsche Nottingham to pick up a Porsche Boxster. Come on, let's go. Right, okay, so what I've got to say first off is I've got to say hi guys, are you alright? To all the people who's commented, all the EV fanatics who's had a dig at me, and I have to giggle honestly. Where they go, he's stupid, that MacMaster's stupid, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's doing it all wrong. Doing it all wrong. He's charging it up past 80% and he should never let it go down below 22.1%. He's doing it wrong. He doesn't know what he's just doing this for views. He's just doing it to appeal to the people that don't like electric cars. Well, hang on a minute. I've got an electric car and I've said I like this electric car. I think it's great. It's got really quick acceleration. It's got really quick acceleration, it handles well, it's got really quick acceleration and it handles really well. It hasn't got any soul, but I like it, and you can see all the EV people, you can see them, and you can search it on the internet. There's millions of videos of people with the friends next to them in there and they're going, watch how quick this does, and their heads go in the back of the seat. Yeah, that's great, fantastic, brilliant. It goes from 0 to 60 in 1.32 seconds and knocks your head off. Brilliant, fantastic. Once you've done that 3 times, then that's it. What about characteristics and soul of a car, of an internal combustion engine? And now, before we go any further, now I can hear all the people now with the t-shirts on with "We Love Greta Thunberg" on. I'm all for saving the environment. I've got young children. This world is their world. However, I just don't think at this moment in time, and I know you're going to disagree with me, but I am right on this. Remember the first iPhone, the iPhone 1? It was just called the iPhone, wasn't it? It was terrible, really, and I hate to say that. I mean, it was an innovation, but it was terrible. It was an innovation, it was great, but look back at what it did. It was slow, well, I don't even think it was 3G. It was so slow, and it played music, it answered the phone, but it was diabolically slow. It wasn't quite there yet because the technology wasn't there, and now we're on the iPhone 13 and it's fantastic. It works brilliantly. It's the best phone on the market because it's been tweaked, it's been worked on, it's been updated, the technology's come a long way. It's got a lot better. This car and all the EV cars at the moment, that's your iPhone. That's what it is, and that's where we are. And you'll look back on them, and you'll look back on them in 10, 12 years, and you'll think, Oh, yeah. And you'll think the same as you do with the first iPhone. Now, I'm not saying EV isn't the future. I'm just saying at this moment in time, it isn't right. The network's not there. I've said this before. I'm not going to repeat myself. And for all the people that are saying you're doing it wrong, what you did was when you went to Scotland, you charged past 80%. You should have charged up to 80%. That's all right if you've got the charging network to get you there along the way. It doesn't work like that. Can you imagine running up to somebody in a filling station today and going, whoa, whoa, stop, stop, and they're going, what? You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. What do you mean I'm doing it wrong? You should only fill your tank up to 80% and then let it get down to 20%, or I don't know, whatever it is. Can you imagine them looking gone out at you? I just don't think at this moment in time it's right, and it does. It's a great car, but it's got no soul. It's got no personality. It hasn't even got any gear. I mean, I don't have gears. I use paddle shifts. But at least you can change down, you can change up, you can hear the car. Nah, it's just not right at the moment. So I'm going to take you guys with me. Stay with me. We've got some fun today. I've also got Dave meeting me, JB, my good friend Dave. He's going to come with me in the passenger seat and have a spin around. We're going to take you a spin around in the Porsche Boxster. And we're going to show you the difference to this car that I'm driving in now, that's making a bit of a hum because I've got a fake noise on here to give it a little bit of characteristics. And then we're going to take you in the Boxster and we're going to show you what difference it is to this car, an electric car. So stay with us and we're going to have a little bit of fun. So come on, onwards.
Ooh, baby, on the track I'm going vroom vroom. Try and catch me when I pull up in a zoom zoom. Oh no, please don't make that call. We don't want no cars, they ain't ready for the cars. Ooh, baby, on the track I'm going vroom vroom. Try to catch me when I pull up in a zoom zoom.
Oh good, you're still here after that little bit of B-roll. And I know that all you people flying the EV flag, all you EV fanatics who look a little bit like Roy Cropper, I'd say, because you literally are. I know you're here because you're here to see if I'm going to say anything negative. Well, I've got positive things to say as well. Do you get that? Negative, positive, electric vehicle, never mind. Anyway, I know you're here and you obviously are a little bit like Roy Cropper because you know you should be filling that up. Only you should be charging it up to 80%, not less than 32.1%, and not taking it out below temperatures of minus 0.3 degrees centigrade. Anyway, moving swiftly on, my friends. Not long to go now before we head back excuse me, to Porsche to hand this thing back and go and get hold of an internal combustion engine. Long live the internal combustion engine, my friends. Come on, onwards.
Try and catch me when I pull up in a zoom zoom. Oh no, please don't make that call. We don't want no cars, they ain't ready for the cars. Ooh, baby, on the track I'm going vroom vroom. Try to catch me when I pull up in a zoom zoom. Driving by the shore, looking for some more. In my Rari going roar.
Right, here I am at Porsche Nottingham. We've got Dave here as well. Here he is. Are you ready? Do you know what I'm doing? Do you know now? Hang on, I'm just gonna have to pick you up. I've only got my little GoPro here today. Now, do you know why I'm here?
No, you told me to meet you here.
Meet me at Porsche Nottingham.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got the Roy Croppers are still watching, by the way. You know? Do you know what they are? They're the EV owners.
Yeah.
They've got the Nissan Leaf tops on there. Look, you've got your scarf on.
I'm wearing my scarf for them. Yeah,
wearing my scarf for them. That's it. Because we're here. Because you know this EV car that I've got here.
Yeah.
This electric milk float.
And he drove the fastest milk car in the West.
Yeah.
See, they all think it's new technology. It's an milk floats had been electric for years, hasn't it? Yeah. Well, I'm taking it back and I'm handing it back in, and I'm just picking up a Porsche Boxster.
Not fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel, petrol, internal combustion engine, got a heart, got a soul. and we're going to take you for a spin in it. We're going to take you for a spin in it as well.
Is this going back to Dairy Crest?
This, look, here, just to go move out a bit and we'll show them just again. There we go, look, this car here, this one, this blue one here, look. There we go, EV. Porsche Taycan, electric vehicle, electric car. It's going back in. Anyway, come on, let's get in Porsche. It's called. Hey, Martin's here, look, here he is, look. He's here, he's here. Where's me Porsche? Where's me Boxster? You're warming her up? Look at this, look, we've got a Porsche Boxster. Now then. Is this the S or is it the...
It's the Boxster S.
It's the Boxster S.
Boxster S, yes.
Oh my word, look at that. Just take a look. There we go. Do you want my car back? EV?
No,
Can I have it back?
keep it for a bit longer.
Keep it for a bit longer. I'm going to take this for a spin. We're going to take you guys with us. I'm excited. Are you excited for me?
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, you didn't think you'd see me so quickly, did you?
No, I didn't, no. I got a nice little phone call last week.
Anyway, guys, stay there. Don't go away. We're going to take you guys with us in this internal combustion engine. Do you know all the electric vehicle owners who come in here for an EV, by the way?
Yes.
Do they all look like Roy Cropper?
No, no. What, with his little carrier bag?
Yeah, you
No.
should only charge it up to 80%, you know. They're there with a little carrier bag, and don't let it go down below 20%. You're doing it all wrong. You imagine. What do I do with this, by the way? If you fill it up, what do you do? Do you fill it up to what, 70%? Or
No, fill it up to 100%.
and then that's it.
That's it, you're done.
And then when it runs out, you just
Put some more in.
put some more in. That simple. See you guys in a minute.
So small, watch the clock ticking off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure.
Right, are you ready? I've got the keys to the Boxster and we're going back to the internal combustion engine.
Do you know this is the first time it will be driven by Miss David?
No. I drove you in the Taycan yesterday.
But we haven't told them that yet, though, have we?
No, we're gonna go into that, and you're gonna tell me what you thought of my electric Porsche Taycan, and now what you think of the Porsche Boxster.
But yesterday was a bit of a changer for a lot of things, wasn't it, really? But yeah, okay, fine.
All right, so come on, onwards. Right, okay, so this is the best bit with an internal combustion engine. Are you ready, Dave?
I'm ready.
You ready? Listen to this. How's that? Hey.
This ain't no milk float.
Right, we're back in it. Hey, are you a bit cold? Are we going left here?
Sophie Loren never suffered this in Nice.
It's like Thelma and Louise.
Oh.
Now
Thelma and Freeze.
Thelma and Freeze. Thelma and Freeze.
Yes.
Oh, back in an internal combustion engine. Now then, so we'll go left here, and then we're going to go straight. And we're going to have a little bit of a chat. So we're going to put the roof up in a minute. But listen to that engine.
Proper. Whoa, grunt.
Oh, listen to that. Anyway, come on, onwards.
Drive a faster car. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me.
Now then. Do you know what? I figured out a minute ago, I thought, where's Dave gone? And he's not, you're not here, you're obviously behind the camera. So what I think we ought to do now is, I think you should get back in the car and we're going to have a little chat about electric EV cars and also petrol and back to internal combustion, because there's some interesting things that I've got to say now that I've found myself back in a petrol car. So come on, hop in. Do you like that noise, Dave?
I like the noise, yes.
Nice, eh? What do you think to that? Got a nice noise to it. Now, let's go through the pluses and the minuses. It's interesting, and I'm going to tell you something at the very end of this, video. So stay tuned, because I'm going to sum it all up, because I've been driving my EV, my Porsche Taycan, and I'm now back in. I'm finding myself back in a petrol Porsche Boxster, back in an internal combustion engine, of which I've not been in now for a few months. We're going right here, Dave,
right.
You know your way. And what I've found so far is the difference in take-up is phenomenal. You put your foot down in one of these, and although it goes fast, you've got that lag. Do you know what I mean? You've got like a bit of a lag before it actually goes, whereas in your electric car, I've got used to the instant power that you get, and you don't get that on an internal combustion engine. Come on, these, I tell you what, you need an aeroplane with a rose or a helicopter. Obviously, filling up, etc. It's a lot easier in a petrol. You can just pull into a service station, fill up, and you're off within 5 minutes after you've had your Costa coffee and whatever. But first of all, getting back into this car, you said it feels old after getting out of an electric car. It feels like
old technology. Yeah.
Old technology, and I found that as well. There are downsides with electric, and I'm finding them at the moment, and its range, and it's you can't, you just get in this, you fill it up, and you're off on your way, aren't you? Whereas electric, you've got to wait so many minutes or 40 minutes. And I know all you Roy croppers out there, I've not been doing it right. However, I was doing it right, because you can't always say, well, charge it up to 80%, because what if you haven't actually got enough range to get you to your next charge point? You've got to charge it up more than 80%, and you'll say, I checked on a map actually, and you had 3 chargers on the way to where you were going. Yeah, but they're all different chargers. One of them you needed a lead, your own lead, because it was a slow charger. The one at the destination where I got to wasn't working, it was out of order. What's holding electric cars back at the moment is, Dave,
the electric
infrastructure. Infrastructure is holding it back at the moment.
It is,
and that is the issue. Now, I've got this car on test drive today, looking at going back to a Boxster from a Porsche Taycan. However, it's interesting, since I've been driving it, and it feels totally different. I had the Porsche Boxster, I've had about 7 of them over the last 20 years, and I loved these cars. I loved how it handles, I loved the car itself, I loved the sound of it. But anyway, we'll just drive a little bit more, and I'll tell you, it's going to be interesting. You're going to be interested in what I've got to say at the end of it, I've got to tell you. And anyway, we'll tell you shortly. Come on, onwards. One other thing as well, we've got people, again, the Roy croppers out there, who tell me that I'm charging it wrong, and giving me the battery percentage that I should be charging it to, etc. You know who you are, with your carrier bags and your beige jackets, and your clipboards. Anyway,
Scarves.
your scarves. You're going, oh, it's a lot cheaper as well. I only charge it up overnight. And one person said to me, you should have charged it up at home. Well, I do have a charger. I have an Anderson charger for my Taycan, and I do charge it up outside my office. But when I'm up in Leeds at my girlfriend's house, which I am most of the time, she doesn't let me have a charger. She says, "You're not using my electric, you don't pay for it." So quite rightly so. But it may be cheaper at the moment. There's no road tax, there's no congestion charge. It's cheaper to charge it up overnight. It costs me £8 virtually for a full charge. If I charge it up at the office overnight, it costs me £8, which is bloody reasonable. £8 for about 200 miles, maybe 220 odd miles in summer, because you get more miles to the gallon. However, we know how governments work. When everybody has got an electric car, when they're cheaper, because at the moment, by the way, they're trying to move everybody over to electric. My daughter, the second daughter, Caitlin, she's just bought a car. It's petrol. I said, why don't you get an electric one? I can't afford an electric car, because not everybody can afford an electric car, right?
Yeah,
not everybody can afford an electric car. Straight over here.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, we're going straight over to us.
Right, not everybody can afford an electric car, and until they get cheaper, until battery technology improves, which it undoubtedly will, it's going to be a slow burner to get people onto electric. But when they do, and everybody is on it, the government are going to go, right, we're going to now bring back in road tax again. See, there's a delay there. Not down there, is it?
There,
not
mate,
this way. The government's going to put this one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you know where you're going. The government is going to put road tax back on electric cars. They're going to somehow, and I'm not sure yet how they're going to work this around, they're going to tax you for your electricity for the car. So electricity prices are always all going up anyway, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Especially at the moment.
Especially at the moment. So it is going to cost, it'll end up costing more than it will to fuel your car, and that's how it's going to go. So it may be cheaper at the moment, and they'll bring back congestion charges in London as well, so things will get more pricey, I'm sure. I'd like your comments in the comment section below, including you Roy Croppers, but keep it clean, because I had one person going, you deleted my last message. No, I didn't. You probably put something that was offensive and YouTube will have removed it. So keep it clean, keep it clean. I'm keeping an open mind with electric EVs, and I have something to tell you, Roy Croppers of the world, as well at the end of this. So yeah, so eventually, will you go electric, Dave?
Well, I'm having that problem now because Mrs. JB, who shall be obeyed, is looking to change her car. We've got a diesel, dirty man at the moment.
Dirty diesel.
And we've been looking, and I've tried several. I've tried, as you know, I've had quite a few cars. I've had hybrid. I can't get on with hybrid. I've been looking at electric for her. I've looked at the Ford versions, I've looked at the Nissan versions, and I've looked at the ones who shan't be named versions. I can't get one of these because I'm not the MacMaster. Again, it's the infrastructure problem. Now, fair enough, she only goes a few miles a day to work, but if we was going down to the Duchess, i.e. the mother-in-law, down in Hampshire, it would take forever. It's long enough as it is, but it'll take even longer. But see, the other thing, Lee, what's happening now in the world is we're pushing this. As you know, I'm involved in trucks and lorry driving and everything else. Volvo have now bought out some EV trucks.
Oh, right.
And Tesco are actually testing a few, I believe, in Wales. Now, we're all going to be fighting for the same charges. I mean, I can't see a 26-ton truck doing the mileage your Taycan does.
No.
I mean, you'd be looking at ridiculous mileages, really. So how it's going to work, I haven't got a clue. So at the moment, we're toying with the idea of maybe another 7 to 10 years it might get better, but I think I'm being a bit sort of premature in going that way. So I think I'm going to go petrol.
But you will inevitably go electric.
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah,
eventually.
I mean, I'd go now if it was there, and I believe it. I think I'd possibly go now. But again, the other problem I have is I tow horse boxes. My daughters have horses.
Yeah.
You find me something that's electric I can tow with. Put a comment down below if you know anything that can
That's an
tow.
interest. Can you tow with electric?
Well, you see, it's your brakes weight that's the problem. I mean, you get a horse box, 2 horses, you're probably looking 2.5 ton. You've got a caravan. Caravans are the same. What do you caravan owners?
Are there any caravan owners that have got EV cars that tow a caravan?
If they are, let me know.
Let us know in the comment section down below. I do know, this is quite a long video, so I do apologise, but I do want your comments in it. I know there's a lot of Tesla owners out there. Now, I'm not a Tesla fan, and I don't mean that by... I know the technology, my nephew loves them, and he says, oh, you've bought with your Taycan, you've bought the Android of cars, you should have bought the iPhone of cars, which is a Tesla, which is fine, but I don't like the looks of them from the outside. That's why, and I don't like the handling of them compared to the Porsches. The Porsches handle better, and all right, you don't get the range. So Tesla, straight on.
Yeah.
So Teslas, I know, are better cars from the technology point of view, and from the battery point of view, and from the infrastructure point of view. Tesla have got it right. It's like, actually, I mean, I could put it in this way. Actually, me having the Taycan, I've basically bought the Betamax.
Yeah.
And the Taycan is the VHS, if we put it in that way. So
yeah.
So there you go.
But again, you see, you're going to get people say hydrogen. Now, I've driven hydrogen trucks, and believe me, to fill a hydrogen truck up takes an age. Electric is long, but fill a hydrogen truck up, wow.
Really?
You know, like you say, you go in, I mean, okay, you put in 600-700 quid worth of diesel in the truck.
Yeah.
You go and fill up with hydrogen. It takes 20 plus minutes, if not longer. So it's difficult going over the right lane, maybe past the Tesla garage.
Past the Tesla garage. So you don't see hydrogen as the way forward then?
Possibly again, but I mean, we've got to all learn to take longer on a journey. I think that's the problem. Either that, or we don't travel so far. But it's something that's got to sort of be sorted. Yeah, we're going second right. We're not going to Ridge. We're going down side.
You do have. There's a lot of people as well. Conspiracies where the government don't want us driving. They don't want us moving around, and you know. I mean, I'm not buying that. We'll always have to be, you know,
we'll never
mobile.
be without transportation of some form.
So you're calling it. It's interesting because you're a lorry driver as well. It's interesting that you say hydrogen is not the way forward for trucks, and also you're saying electric. Until the battery technology does get better, and it's not going to work for trucks either. And also, I know this is probably really crazy, but what about jet engines? You're going to have an electric plane. I mean, how's that going to work?
Well, there's that, but I mean, I think we've gone down that route. I mean, I can't see them using a glider to Tenerife. Can you somehow?
Going to just get over to America, to New York?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, I know we all say that the aircraft are the biggest polluters going, but we still need to be an open world, don't we? We still need to travel, we still need to do business. You can say that about boats. They're trying gas boats, I think they're trying electric boats, aren't they?
You know, electric and water doesn't really...
Well, this is the thing. I mean, it's a long bloody cable, isn't it? But I don't know, I think... I'm going right here, mate. I think there's a bit more thought needs to really go into it. It's a good idea. I understand the green issues, I understand all that and everything else, and fossil fuels and whatever you want to go on about, but I think they need to sort of sit down and say, right, we can't just do it in, where is it, 2030 they're on about?
Yeah, I think they're going to struggle to hit 2030 personally. Blooming lorries. There we go.
Yay. It's bad car drivers, not lorry drivers.
I'm only kidding. I think they're going to struggle to hit 2030. Anyway, we're going to pull back into the Porsche garage now, and we're going to round this up. Stay with us, because it's going to be interesting. my verdict. Are we going where? Where are we
Sorry,
going?
follow it round here.
It's going to be interesting what I'm going to tell you after going back to a petrol, an internal combustion engine, back to the Boxster that I absolutely loved, and you knew that. Everybody out there knows that. What I'm going to say now I've been driving an EV. I know it goes around here. So we'll see you guys in a minute. Right, okay, so verdict, well, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me get out the car. Right, okay, now then, I'm really, I don't know, am I shocked, am I surprised? Am I disappointed? I've got to say, I've had numerous of these Boxsters, and now, do you know what, I'm gonna get loads of comments down below now, but I'm gonna be honest. After driving it, and you're always honest, after driving this Boxster and driving a petrol car again, an internal combustion engine, I didn't like the way that it drove. It had like a lag, a bit of a, I've got used to the instantaneous go from the car itself, and I don't know, it just didn't have the same feeling for me as when I had it. It's like having, it's like your very first girlfriend. You never forget your very first girlfriend, but then again, if you went back to your very first girlfriend, it probably would never be the same. And I have to say, it's the same with this car. You went in my Taycan yesterday.
For the very first time.
For the very first time.
First electric one I've been in.
And what did you think to that compared to this?
I was, and this is hands up folks, I was shocked and didn't believe the poke it had. How it went, it just went.
It drove lovely.
It was. As a powertrain, it was brilliant. I couldn't believe it. Even I said to you, didn't I? I think, even I got it wrong. And it's not often you hear me say I'm wrong, but I think I got it wrong.
I mean, I think the only thing is, if I'm entirely honest, I love my electric car. I love my Taycan. I didn't before. I drove it before today. I liked it, but now I'm actually in love with it. And I have to say, I do like, and I do think that electric cars, for me, I mean, even the inside with the technology, I'm into that. The only thing I think they need to work on, being serious, is I think they need to work on the infrastructure. I think they need to work on the battery technology, and I think they need to work on the price, because a lot of people simply can't afford an electric car. If you look at the Nissans, are they electric cars? I'm taking it they're more costly than an actual internal combustion engine. So, but for me, I have to say now, I'm so glad that I had this car again for the day, because now I know I'll never go back. I won't go back. It's not to say that it doesn't have its downsides. It does have its downsides. Yes, of course it does. But I think it also has its negatives and its positives. I said earlier on. Hey, did you get it?
Battery boy.
Yeah, there we
Torchy.
go. So unfortunately, am I going to swap my electric car for an internal combustion car? No. I'm going to go. I'm going to go over there, and I'm having my Taycan back.
And I'm going to shock you here, and I'm going to say, would I go and buy an electric car? I'm sad to say I would, as long as we've got the infrastructure. And I never, ever thought I would ever say that. But no, Boxsters, nope. Taycans.
I'm going to go and get my Roy Cropper bag now.
You're a copper bag.
Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you found it interesting, and I do have some, I hope I've had some valid points for you from an owner of an EV and somebody taking out again an internal combustion engine. Thanks for watching, guys. Do give us a thumbs up. Let's have your comment section, keep them clean and nice. It's just a little bit of fun and a little bit of information, so please don't hit my car, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Let's give him these keys back. Right, just very quickly, I'm back. Yeah, I've already said bye to these, but I've come back on again. I've got to tell you, There's your car keys to the Boxster. Because I've loved Boxsters, haven't I?
You have, you've had a few.
Yeah, I've had a few, and
Yeah, yeah.
I liked my Taycan this morning.
Yeah.
And now I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, and do you know what? Because that's on lease, I'll be ordering another Taycan with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be ordering another Taycan. I think after driving electric,
You're never going to go back
I will
to the...
never go back to an internal
combustion
combustion.
engine.
No, there's a lag on them. There's a lag on them.
You do get that instant
I'm
talk
like,
with the electric
I'm like,
car.
why is it not going? So there you go. There is downsides, I said.
You get used to them.
Infrastructure, battery technology, and the price of them. Obviously, if this is a Porsche, but
Yeah,
the price
yeah,
of them
yeah.
and you're having an electric car, aren't you?
I have an electric car, yeah, I've got mine coming
Yeah.
in March.
Is yours a Porsche?
No. Volkswagen Group though.
Volkswagen Group,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we got it there. So no, there you go. If you do want a Porsche, by the way, come and see this guy. It's Martin, and they're absolutely fantastic. They're amazing. So no, I'll be having another Taycan with you after
Awesome.
the lease is up
We'll
on
get you
this. So
signed
yeah,
up.
we'll get signed up. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.